Konbanwa guys, this is Phil, a Kiwi in Japan. Welcome to another video, Treasures for Trigger. Tonight I'm hoping to follow up on a video that I released recently, which was looking at Mercari versus Yahoo Auction, a bit of a beginner's guide for people trying to weigh up which site is best to use regarding buying and selling vintage figures in Japan. So I hope you found that helpful and that you've begun your collecting journey in Japan. And tonight I thought, I want to go another step further and talk to you guys about how you can really maximize your buying and selling ability in Japan using Mercari and Yahoo Auctions. So this is stage 2. So again, hopefully you guys get some more good information from my experiences in Japan so far. So I'm going to open up something that came today first of all. So we'll go into the post box. And it's been a wet day today, so there is a plastic covering on the delivery. I think today's package that I got is from Yahoo Auctions this time. And I struck it lucky basically with this particular auction. I was the only bidder, so that's a good result. And got another transformer, a G1, and it was listed at 1,000 yen. Plus the postage was 500 yen, so I think probably the postage being kind of almost a third of the total price put I guess a lot of bidders off. And ooh, this is cool. Sorry, I'm just taking this in. Just checking condition, looks great. So I won this, and with Yahoo Auctions, if you bid in the weekends, you can download these things called golden coupons, and I managed to get an extra 200 yen discount. Also on Yahoo Auctions, they have a partnership with T-Points. So T-Points is a loyalty card system that you collect points from going to different shops, for example Family Mart, Welshire, the drugstore. So you can build up your points, and I think I had about 30 points. I used points pretty quickly, so another 30 yen off that. So I got this for under 1,300 yen all up, including post. So about sort of 16 or 17 New Zealand dollars. Again, really cheap in my books, so I'm very happy. So this particular figure, his name is, now let me get this correct, Silverbolt. And he's one of the Aerobots. And so I've got another Aerobot here, and I don't have too many, so it's going to take me a while to build up the combiners for that particular series. So another G1 to add to the collection. What should I do here? These are a couple more of the Transformers that I showed in recent videos. I had fun transforming them. It's like a Rubik's Cube for me. So this is today's guy. So tonight I wanted to go over a few things to really hone your skills on the buying and selling market in Japan. So I've made a few notes because I don't want to forget anything. So basically the main thing that I want to get through to you guys is that, obviously being in Japan, knowing or learning a bit of Japanese is very helpful. And the first thing that you should try and do is, for any particular figures that you're looking to buy or looking to sell, try and find out what the Japanese name is. It's really helpful. For Transformers, I really recommend TF Wiki. I've got Silverbolt here, and if I scroll right down to the bottom of the character screen, it's got all of the foreign names. Again, that's not going to show up on camera, and it's got the Japanese name. So Silverbolt is Silverbolto, Silverbolto, and it's got the katakana, the Japanese character as well. So you can go and copy and paste that and put it into your Mercari or Yahoo Auctions search, and you're going to get a lot more results basically, rather than just putting in the English name, obviously. So you definitely try to learn what the Japanese titles are. For Transformers, Japanese say Transformer. So I didn't realize that at first. When I first started looking for toys online, I was just typing Transformers in English, and yeah, I got some results obviously, and then I sort of the light bulb went off, and I figured I need to type in the Japanese version, and woof, yeah, so many more figures came listed obviously after I inputted the Japanese word. So definitely it helps for searching for figures. Also it helps for listing as well. So if you list a figure, list it. What I do actually is I list it both in the English version and the Japanese version, because there are a lot of foreigners in Japan obviously as well. So again, that's just opening up the market for you a lot more. So you're going to, you know, reach Japanese buyers and foreign gaijin buyers as well. So that's something which I think is really helpful to do, to yeah, learn the Japanese titles for the figures. For Dino Riders, one of my favorite figures, it took me ages to discover that Dino Riders had a completely different name in Japanese. So again, once I figured that out, it opened up a whole new world to me. So yeah, that's definitely a thing that you should do. Also, in terms of language, when you're, for example, buying something, be really careful. Before you hit the buy now, especially with Mercari, look at the description, go and copy and paste the description and put it into Google Translate to make sure you know what you're getting yourself in for. I've had a few shockers where I've hit the buy now and the picture looks like, for example, it's an unopened bubble on card. It looks brand new, and later after I purchased, I translated and it actually said it was opened, and you know the bubble had sort of been glued back on. So yeah, I've got myself into a bit of trouble with that a few times. So you double check the condition by translating before you jump into buy now. Sometimes it's difficult because the price is so good that you want to buy now very quickly before anyone else gets the chance to do it. But yeah, it's well worth doing, I think, to translate, to double check and know what you're getting yourself in for. Okay, looking at the list of other notes that I have here in terms of what you should be doing. Yeah, download Google Translate as an app. That's very, very helpful. Again, the translation's pretty good. Again, if you still has a few doubts, double check with a Japanese friend or someone that knows Japanese relatively well, just to reduce the risk of things. On Mercari, in terms of prices, don't be scared to negotiate. You can ask the buyer to drop the price, but be aware if you do that, the other people who have liked the item, who are looking at it, they will see that that person has tried to negotiate, and if they want it, they may jump in and buy now before the negotiation starts. So again, I've had that situation where a figure that I was keen on, I was being a bit tight and I wanted the seller to drop the price a little bit. Someone else who was keen saw me trying to negotiate, and then they hit the buy now, and it was a done deal before I had the chance. So to avoid that negotiation, yeah, you know, is it really worth saving 100 or 200 yen if you're going to miss out on the item? Again, that's your call basically. Another really good thing to do as well, and this is particularly if you're selling, list figures late at night. So sort of 10 p.m, 11 p.m, you should aim at closing your auctions or starting listing your items on Mercari, and that tends to be when a lot of the Japanese are free and tend to use websites like Mercari and Yahoo Auctions. I think it's quite different from New Zealand. I think Kiwis tend to, I think on Trade Me, I think, you know, they say that the peak time of usage is about sort of 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So obviously Kiwis go to bed a little bit earlier, but your Japanese, you know, they work crazy long hours, and yeah, I guess they have, you know, the time to do their online shopping when they are going home on the train late at night when they get home. So yeah, the sort of 10, 11 o'clock I think is good for listing. Again, if your auction's closing in, you're going to have more bidders looking at buying or bidding before the auction closes. So that's another goodie to do. So yeah, there are a few things. I think they will help you definitely. So the key message here is don't be afraid to use a bit of Japanese, even if you're not proficient. I'm by no means proficient at Japanese. I get a lot of help. I use translation a lot, but it has really opened my world in terms of my my buying and selling experience in Japan. So yeah, and then over time you'll learn and you'll remember all of the names of the toy lines that you like in Japanese as well, and it's a fun way to learn and improve your Japanese as well actually. So yeah, it's a win-win I think. It can be a bit frustrating at first and takes a bit of time to get used to it, but you'll soon get into the swing of it. So yeah, happy toy hunting, happy figure hunting. I hope it's going well for you guys so far. Again, feel free to drop me any questions. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. And yeah, really honing those skills in terms of finding all of the figures out there that you want, and again reaching all of the potential customers that you want to reach when you're selling figures. So that goes, all of my advice I think goes for both Yahoo Auctions and Mercari. So actually one other thing as well, just before I forget, Mercari also, I mentioned at the start, Yahoo Auctions has T point, Mercari has D point, and D point is very widely used in different shops, so you can build up your D points quite quickly and get some good discounts on your figures as well. So that's fantastic. So yeah, it's time for me to start jumping back online, looking at some more aerial bots to build up this combiner set. And yeah, I was going to try to transform this while I was talking tonight, but I think I'm not capable of trying to explain things and transform figures at the same time. Yeah, I'm a bit past that in my age. So off camera I'll translate this. Here are my Insecticons, Inferno. So yeah, I am enjoying transforming my Transformers, and I'm enjoying my experience buying and selling in Japan, so I hope you are too. And now I'm going to stop talking and say good night, and thank you again for watching. This is Phil, a Kiwi in Japan. Thank you for your loyalty to Treasures for Trigger. I really appreciate it, and yeah, we'll see you the next time. Don't forget to subscribe, comment. Sayonara, bye bye.